Also, optical technology will become very key in the future, and we are developing all the basic building blocks on a silicon platform today. So we are spending quite some effort on building low-loss waveguides, where we try to push down the losses to the lowest limit possible. Also, filters, micro-ring arrays to do optical filtering are being integrated. And of course, you need very low insertion loss and very low crosstalk. Micro-ring modulators. There is, of course, the Mach-Zehnder modulators, where we can today achieve already 28 gigabits. But we are working on a much more compact version of that, which is the micro-ring modulators, and we can achieve today 20 gigabits per second on that. And furthermore, also on the detection side, we are working on germanium detectors and make sure that we can achieve proper bandwidths. Today, we can push that beyond 35 gigahertz. What is very important is all of that technology needs to be silicon compatible and needs to be seamlessly integrated together with all the rest of the silicon technology that we have. And this is why it's so important for the fabless community to have very early insight in all of these technology changes. The last couple of years, a lot of fabless companies have actually joined the IMEC technology programs, even though they don't have fabs, and there was a very good reason for that. The reason is that the changes to the technologies are so tremendous that those fabless companies need to know what's coming in order to make a proper assessment how that technology will be beneficial for their products. And this is why they come to us, because based on all of the new technologies that we're exploring, we are building early PDKs, and these PDKs are available to the fabless community such that in an early stage they can make an assessment how that technology will impact their products, and in the end how we can actually tune the technologies to get a maximum benefit for their products. So just an example is where we actually model stressors and the impact of stressors on devices. These are TCAD models, but we actually validate those models with TCAD, and at the end you can bring that to the circuit level. The other example I showed you was on the TSV. So by building these early models, fabless companies can actually make a system level prediction of what technology will bring to them, and that also puts them in a position to better discuss what they actually need from the foundry partners in order that the technology delivers what they need at the product level. So that covers a bit of the CMOS work, and CMOS is really the let's say, the fundamental brick in this industry. But there are a whole bunch of technologies that we are developing which are compatible with CMOS, and we put to work to enable specific applications. And you will hear a little bit more in the subsequent talks. There is a lot of potential for silicon technology in life sciences to enable early diagnostics and also in sensor systems. And what we do at IMEC is when we do the pathfinding of the technology, the end result is a platform. And that platform we actually customize towards specific products and offer that to the industry partners that are interested in specific applications. One of the examples is specialty imagers, where we are developing a whole bunch of extensions to the CMOS platform in order to enable specialty image sensors that can satisfy very stringent specs for use in scientific, medical, and instrumentation, and also for space applications. And actually, we developed those chips even up to the product level. An example of that is actually, again, a development that we did. This was one for ASML, where there was a need for EUV sensors that meet very stringent specs and that were not available anywhere else off the shelf. So we completely engineered the chips for them. They are actually integrated in every scanner today that's available on the market. So IMEC chips are inside leading-edge lithography tools, making sure that we can do proper measurement of EUV dose and alignment requirements using the IMEC sensor. So it's qualified up to the product level. And actually, we're building today more and more custom chips to satisfy the needs of companies that have very stringent requirements in terms of technology and which is not off the shelf available anywhere else. An example of that is actually also in the healthcare space, where we clearly see a trend that diagnostics is actually moving to the comfort of the home. And in order to enable that, you need to build technology that can be seamlessly integrated, for instance, with a smartphone, which is most ubiquitous in the world today. So you've seen, the people who have seen Luke's keynote talk have seen a nice video on that, how a silicon chip actually can embed all of the diagnostic instrumentation to do such a test in very compact form factors, very quick and very mobile. And this is not only just a video that we showed of science fiction, it's actually becoming a reality today. The chip that you see is one that we actually fabricated, and we've put it to the test for DNA analysis. So this is a chip that was specifically developed for a customer that wanted to detect SNPs, which are anomalies in your DNA. And actually it has been validated in the medical field to be fully functional and actually delivering the result 4 times faster than any type of technology that is today available on the market. And all of that integrated on a single piece of silicon. Yeah? So I think that those are ones of the applications where silicon innovation can make quantum leaps to the healthcare industry in terms of what the possibilities are to bring healthcare to society. So all of that work we do in very close collaboration with the industry. IMEC's bread and butter is actually R&D. We are a very neutral organization, source of innovation, and we work with the big leaders in the field, but we also work with small startup company, and our mission is to make every partner individually successful. Yeah? And the way we interact with the partners depends very much on what their needs are. In some cases we provide services, we provide trainings, we also create spin-off companies, we transfer and license technologies. Obviously, a big chunk of the work we do is joint R&D with the whole ecosystem, and for a number of companies we build custom-specific chips. And you've seen that actually throughout the years IMEC has been able to really grow a global ecosystem of companies today that are partnering with us to develop next-generation technologies, both on the supplier space as well as at the IDM, foundry, and the fabless space. We work with the leading companies, but interestingly enough, also more and more companies are partnering with us in the system space. These are companies that have absolutely no direct link to silicon technology in the sense that they don't have it necessarily in-house, but they have a need for silicon technology to make that quantum leap for their next generation products. And especially in healthcare area today, we are building more and more partnerships with companies in that space where we are engineering and researching silicon technology solutions for that space. So I think it really represents what we think is the world's largest industry commitment to do that research in a partnership mode. And many people have asked me today, why is IMEC coming to India? And there is a very simple answer to that. We want to expand our global collaboration model to the industry present here, and we want to help fueling innovation here in India and also grow a local talent base doing that. I think by being here present locally, we can also better understand what the needs are locally and make sure that the innovation that we deliver is actually relevant to the Indian industry. And that's the reason why we set up an IMEC India office here, and we have a small staff being present here, and we are very much looking forward to interact with the players here of the whole ecosystem to further fuel innovation in a partnership mode. So that concludes my talk. Thank you very much.